Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Helium 10, từ Jungle Scout, Logistics và Warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
Today, we've got a 9-figure Helium 10 user who is going to be talking about their story of their company. And if we have them back on the show next year, their trajectory might make them the first 10-figure seller to be on this show. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Are you a YouTube vlogger, blog writer, course creator, or other kind of influencer or educator? Maybe you just have a network of people interested in e-commerce. Did you know that you can earn commissions of 25% for life for everyone that you refer to Helium 10? We've got many partners earning hundreds, even thousands of dollars monthly in commission from Helium 10's partnership program. If you'd like to join our affiliate partner program, please go to h10.me/crush it and tell them you heard about it from the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that's completely BS-free, unscripted, and unrehearsed, organic conversation about serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. And we've got a super serious seller here. I believe you're in Canada right now. Is that where you're calling in from?
I'm based out of Canada, yeah.
Awesome. So Farhan, welcome to the show. Where in Canada are you at?
I'm near Toronto, Mississauga. Yeah.
How long have you lived there in Toronto?
Oh, it's been a while. I moved to Canada in 2003. So since then, I have been in Canada. But I have been working in and out of US all along since I'm here. So I've been traveling quite a while, yeah.
Okay, originally from
Boston.
Pakistan?
I was born and raised in Pakistan, yeah.
What part?
Karachi. So
okay, I've been there. That's my favorite food in Pakistan when I've been there is from Karachi. The chicken biryani was, oh my goodness,
amazing.
Makes my mouth water just thinking about
near
it.
Near the beach, right and I don't know if you've been to Toronto, but if you come, we have a lot of good Pakistani food, especially nearby.
I only have one restaurant here in like all of San Diego that, or at least that I know of. And so yeah, all right, I'll have another reason now to go visit Toronto now. I'm assuming you went to university there in Toronto as well?
So I did my bachelor's from Karachi. Then when I moved here, then I upgraded my degree from University of Toronto. Yeah. So I completed.
Okay. Well, what did you study?
Computer science.
Computer science. All right. Now, is that what, upon graduation and getting your degrees, is that what you started, getting a job in and things?
Yeah. So I graduated in the software, and then I worked for a few software companies over here. Then I started my own software company, basically working as a consultant. And then my friend was having this startup or expansion of Utopia. Basically, he was working in New York as well and trying to set up Amazon business. And then he needed my help. So I joined them and then expanded from there.
About what? When was this?
So that was 2014.
2014. Okay.
Yeah, when I started helping Utopia. Yeah. So it's about 9 years now. Yeah.
Did it start as an Amazon-based business, or was it a .com business? Was it a brick and mortar business?
So my friend started around in 2009, 2010 when he had some stock. So his dad had a towel business in Karachi. So when he retired, he moved to New York with him to keep him busy. They imported few lots. Tried to sell on eBay. Well, before even eBay, they had a wholesaler they contacted, but they didn't have good experience. So they tried to sell it themselves. So started with eBay, and then for a few years did eBay. Then Amazon popped up. They started doing Amazon as well. And then obviously eBay went down, and then Amazon picked it up.
So when you joined the company, what did you join as, or what was your responsibility in those early days?
Early days, so I was in product management. We were adding more products. So initially I was doing part-time. Basically, I was trying to figure out whether that's going to work out or not. So basically, initially working on adding new product through Alibaba. Then we went to China, mainly Canton Fair, a few times between 2014 and 2016. Added more product, expanded the US business, and then between 2016 and 2019. Basically, we launched 2017 Canada and Europe, and then basically expanded over there. And so from the beginning, I was in the product management. Then I grew from there, took over other roles in supply chain, HR, procurement, sales, and whatnot.
The family business started in Karachi. Now, at that time, were they manufacturing only in Pakistan, or even at that time you were importing from other countries, or you, but your friend?
Yeah. So initially it was towels only in Pakistan, and then when it picked up, we saw some decent results from there. So then we started. Basically, we are brand owners, so we manufacture only in our brand. So we were manufacturing from China. So then we added other home textile product goods like bed sheets, comforters, pillows, curtains, you name it. So until 2018, 2019, the other products we were doing from China. And in 2019, we started expanding our manufacturing facilities in Karachi, and started slowly moving products from China to our own facilities. And now it's about, I would say, 80 to 85% manufacturing in Pakistan, and rest is in China.
How do you choose what you make in Pakistan versus what you make in China?
So it was straightforward. Initially, mostly I would say stainless steel products. So we have our bigger portfolio is home textile, but we 20-25% of our products are plastic based and cookware, stainless steel as well. So those were, I would say, we didn't had the expertise in the beginning. So we were doing those in China initially. It's still to date, we are expanding our manufacturing capacity. The good problem we have is that whatever we manufacture, we import or buy ourselves in US and Europe and sell. So there's always a challenge for the capacity. So if we want to fill the gap, we want more inventory. So still sometimes we take some of the home textile goods from China as well, but mostly the kitchen products, stainless steel. Although we are setting up our stainless steel and cast iron and product line in Pakistan as well. So the long term goal is to be independent and do all the manufacturing in Pakistan.
So the stuff that you get from China, it's not necessarily, you don't run the factory. You don't have full control like you do in Pakistan. You're just buying.
That is correct. So the main reason, the business strategy was that, and that came into being around 2017, 2018. Other big sellers were coming on Amazon. Amazon was doing their own private label. So they were getting bigger orders from the vendors as well. So if you are manufacturing, let's say, from a bigger vendor as well, but they have multiple customers. So, I mean, you are not higher up in the priority, and then you will face the supply chain challenges, whatnot. So having your own manufacturing capacity, you have control for the manufacturing, supply chain, quality, and price as well.
Once you have a SKU that you're producing in Pakistan or producing in China, I'm not sure if I understood correctly, but do you have backup factories at all? Like where sometimes you might make it in one place and sometimes you make it another, or once you have something made somewhere, 100% of the manufacturing is at that factory?
So the goal is to have 100% manufacturing of that factory, let's say in Karachi in Pakistan. But if we are having some challenges in terms of, let's say, manufacturing capacity, or some of the, let's say, the print items, right? We haven't scaled up in our manufacturing. So part of this, of the printed products on the bedsheet side or on the curtain side, we are still doing from China, because we have some, like, we are still setting it up in Pakistan.
But what I mean is, like, regardless whether you're making something in Pakistan or China,
yeah,
like it almost sounded like you were saying you have like a backup. Sometimes the production is not enough, or hey, this SKU is only made at this place, this SKU is only made in China, this SKU is, or do you sometimes, oh man, we're behind in Pakistan, so let's switch manufacturing?
So it's not like only in one location. So if
that was why I was asking.
Yeah.
My question then is, like, that's interesting to me, because, like, do you ever run into issues where, you know, the quality is a little bit different, or customers notice that something is different, or maybe it's just like the color is slightly off, or anything like that when you're switching back and forth between factories?
Yeah. So we try to minimize that, but you're right. Sometimes the shades challenges are there. Quality, I think a lot of vendors or manufacturers we are working in China, we are working for about 10 to 12 years. So they know what quality we like, and then we have a very strong quality team that do pre-inspections as well in China to make sure that quality is up to the mark. But yeah, on and off, we do run into challenges that sometime, and that could be from either side, that one of the large or one of the recent imports we did, and there are some bad reviews or in quality
Yeah,
reviews
yeah.
are coming from there. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, well, it wasn't your product, but I was just thinking about that, and I ordered some. I had bought a new. We bought a new sofa at our house, and then I bought these, like, I don't know what you call them, like sofa covers, and then I just bought, like, 4 or 5 to test out over one part of the sofa, and we're like, oh, okay, this is good. Let's go ahead and buy the other 4. And it was really weird. Like, one of them, I know I bought the right color, but it was just slightly off, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. Now I was too lazy to make a bad review, and I just figured that nobody my it's not so bad where my guests would notice, but I'm like thinking like, when you started talking about that, I'm like, I wonder if whoever I bought this from, maybe it might have been similar. They're making stuff at different factories, and
different locations, different manufacturing, and sometimes it could be the different raw material or the way the chemical compositions are. Even with the same factory, when we make the darker shades like dark gray or black, even so, when we are doing dyeing and other processes, sometimes those they can be a little different, right? We try to keep it exact the same, but it could be the raw material and other technical details, which could process with the difference of the shade, especially. Yeah.
Now, our mutual friend Danish told me that you guys are 9-figure, company. When did you hit the 9-figure? What year did you hit the 9-figure mark?
Around 2016, 2017. Yeah, I mean, we are on track of maybe by next year we will hit the $1 billion. So in terms,
Wow.
as a
on Amazon Marketplace sales, or
on
what?
Amazon only, I would say it's around 650. I was talking about it as a global Utopia, but
Awesome.
mainly big portion is Amazon. So Utopia is a umbrella organization. We have few businesses mainly are around Amazon, which is on Amazon sales, but Utopia Industries is for manufacturing. Then we have Utopia Fulfillment, which is mainly for our logistics, for all the warehousing and delivery from in and out from warehouse to
How about like Walmart and other marketplaces
we
as well?
have tried. Walmart is not that big. eBay we still do, but I would say it's still like 1 to 2%. We do have our own B2B site, utopiadeals.com, which is about 2 to 3%. But 95% of our sales, e-commerce sales, is mainly from Amazon.
Now, when you have an account that is doing literally hundreds of millions of dollars on Amazon, like, to me, I'd be super scared, because Amazon, as we know, just sometimes just randomly like suspend an account. Like, have you guys gotten suspended at all, or your account shut down?
Yeah. We had few nightmares like that. And most of them whenever we work with Amazon. So for the last 3-4 years, we are their premium account. So we are in the top of the chain. So we have a premium account membership. So we work closely with that team. So probably you're aware that on and off Amazon run their bot or some sort of a algorithm, and then they start sending those emails that your account is at risk and whatnot. So we work closely with them. But yeah, a few years ago there was a time when they kind of for a few days actually our account was stopped, right? And then we worked with the team and it was enabled again, and then we kind of had an SLA with them.
I mean, in those 2 or 3 days, you're losing more than many Amazon sellers make in a full year. That's crazy.
It was a multi-million-dollar loss, right? But then we worked with them. We had an SLA, and then now even if we get it's not at the account level, it's usually at the product level. And most of the time the premium account team, they resolve our issue right away. Like I would say the last month we had one of those emails. I think a lot of sellers got those emails. So I just called the guy, and then he was able to have it removed from our account.
I was just looking at your main page on Amazon here.
Anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Skyrock cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, tuần theo link thêm, tuần chơi Scout, logistics và warehouse. Xem hình thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
And there's, you could just see some of these SKUs. Like, this is not the full, just one SKU, 20,000 units. I mean, you're selling like literally 1,000 units a day for some of these products, and it's just really, really impressive. And I just noticed that while we were on the phone, I was looking just to make sure that bedding or that throw wasn't bought from you. But I just happened to, I went to my orders on Amazon and I typed in Utopia, and sure enough, in 2022, I did buy some cotton washcloth. So if you guys are listening out there, check your Amazon orders, look for Utopia, and see if probably 50% chance you've bought some one of their products.
We have
in
a
the past,
proud
and maybe you
saying
didn't
in our
realize.
company that every household in US have at
Yeah.
least one of our products, especially our bedding products, and we claim that we are like number one online bedding sellers in US. So we have
Yeah.
been selling. If you see bed sheets, you will see reviews and all that. From there, you can see how many units we sell every day.
Not exactly what you thought you'd be able to say in 20 years that when you graduated with a computer science
Not
degree,
really.
that you're going to have a home product in every household in North America.
No, I wasn't even. I never thought of that. I will be doing that. I will probably I'm on the software side. I'll probably make some products or work for a company like, I don't know. Facebook was not at that time, but Google and whatnot, and then probably having a startup and whatnot. But I mean, yeah,
How often do you guys launch new products? Like you just kind of stick to your bread and butter, or are you just constantly trying to find the next,
very often. So we
new
have
niches?
dedicated. So we have a big product management team which looks after all the marketing, pricing, strategy, and whatnot. And within those, so we have 11 product teams. Out of two are dedicated for the research and development. So we have a process. Like every week, we are shortlisting products, adding new variants, and working on new products as well. So I would say in a given year, we, especially like last 2 years after COVID, we have been launching uh, every month tens of product, new categories as well. Obviously in the same similar genre, home textile and home and kitchen. But and a lot of products are being researched and in the last phases of launching as well.
Because you have such a strong brand and so much traffic and things like that, are all of your launches successful, or sometimes you launch a product and you're like, nope, this is just not going to work out, we're going to have to cut this?
No, we had some bad experiences in 2018, 2019, where I think that was not the right time. We tried to introduce some products, some electrical products. We were going out of our comfort zone, I would say, or different genre. And then we did some baby products as well, and even home and kitchen products as well. And I think we were in that not that mature in terms of launching in 2018, 2017. So at
Okay.
that time, I would say our success was 15 to 20%. But nowadays, for the last, I would say, 12 months, it's easily 70 to 80%. So still, I would say 20-30% of the product doesn't work out. We give them each product launch at least a couple of cycles, 2 to 3 cycles. When I say cycle, it means that delivering decent amount of inventory to Amazon. So 6 to 12 months, and after 12 months of a certain group launch, we review and see whether we want to continue that or not. But
Well, what's your criteria? Well, like what determines successful versus unsuccessful? Just profitability, or a set number of units that you want to do?
profitability is one thing, but I mean, for the first 6 to 12 months, we don't look for profit, right? That's part of the
Okay.
marketing strategy. So we look for how the customer is reacting to it. What are the reviews? If the reviews are 4.7 plus, we are accumulating reviews at a certain pace. So we are selling, probably that 1 to 2% buyers give you reviews. So if you're selling enough units, so you're generating, let's say in first year you have 300 500 reviews, good reviews. And then you see the potential as well, that where you can grow in terms of profitability wise, and whether you can take the bestseller or not. Because where we are, the size of the company we mainly look for the bestseller. If we can get a bestseller for that particular SKU or the group, right? If that potential is not there, if you're not getting a good review from the customer, we still don't decide to stop it. We see why customer is not liking it, whether it's the quality, whether there's the feature, or is the USP. That's why it's not popular, that we can improve. But yeah, the criteria is to get the bestseller, good reviews, be on the top first page organically, for sure, and then eventually making the profit on it.
Traditionally, some of the categories you're selling in are some of the most saturated, most competitive categories out there. So are you, is it hard to stay profitable? Like are you having to play the price war game, or because of your brand awareness, you can come in at a higher price point than maybe some of the newer Chinese sellers or things like that? And what's your strategy there?
So for the last 2 years, it gets very very price competitive. Uh, but for us, I think the main advantage is that we were always very price competitive. We work on volume rather than having a bigger margin on each unit, right? And that's why when we did our manufacturing and we leaned it, so we are vertically integrated. So we try to make our manufacturing cost at minimum, and to keep the profit margins reasonably, not very high, so that we can give that advantage to the buyer, right? And then from because we have some early seller advantage as well. We have been selling for last 10-12 years. So the products, they are there which are mature, adding more variations to that or related product, they pick up very well. When we do new launches, then through our marketing strategies, like different strategies, selling on the 50% loss, and then and all that, coupon strategies, deal strategies, we bring a product to a certain level, like first page or close to the bestseller, and then we focus on the profitability. But we don't do like very high margin on any of our product. If you see like comforters or pillows or even hangers, they are very
Yeah.
price competitive as compared to even Amazon basics. So because our competitors are like bigger giants, Amazon basics and Bedsure and whatnot, so we keep our price very competitive.
What are some other strategies, whether it's, reviews, whether it's branding, whether it's packaging, whether it's, logistics, when you get to this level, I'm sure have a few tricks up your sleeve. So what are some things that you think you're doing that maybe the majority of Amazon sellers might not be?
Yeah, obviously I won't be sharing the core secrets,
Yeah,
right?
sure. Yeah, please show me all of your SOPs and let's share it with the world right now. No.
For sure. But on the high level, obviously your product needs to first satisfy the customer need, right? So what's your product? Whenever somebody is launching a product, what are their USP? It needs to be price competitive, because what you see sells, right? So your pictures, your videos should be up to the mark. You should do PPC marketing, it goes up front. But to be competitive, obviously the packaging you mentioned, because if you're doing FBA, it goes with the volume and the dimensions as well, right? So your packaging needs to be accordingly, so it's Amazon won't charge you too much for the FBA fees, right? And then the quality of the product, and how you're doing your marketing through the deals, through the coupons, through keyword marketing, obviously is one of the main, the PPC. You need to learn that art, and you need to be on top of it. Amazon changes their algorithm, not very often, but they do change it often, right? So you need to be well versed about that, so and change your marketing strategies accordingly.
When you say, hey, Walmart hasn't worked out, did you just like give up on Walmart completely, or you still just sell there, just don't put much focus on it?
We still sell, so we started on Walmart around 2018 2019. Actually 2018
Okay.
2019 we tried a lot of platforms. We tried jet.com, we tried Sears, we tried
Yeah.
Target, we tried Walmart, and then we said no. I mean it could be beneficial, but they are way behind in terms of our revenue and return on investment. So we focused on Amazon. Recently, for the last 6 months, we are still doing Walmart. You will see a few of our products over there. There are a couple of guys looking after that, but the focus is very low.
Foreign marketplaces. What's number 2, 3, and 4 for you? As far, obviously, USA is number 1, but for foreign Amazon marketplaces, what's some of the top for you?
For us, Europe and Canada. So Canada, in terms of revenue, I would say is around 8 to 10%, but the profitability in Canada is
Oh,
very high. Profitability is
interesting.
around 15 to 18%. UK, we sell all across UK, Europe. In Europe, we have France, Germany, Spain, Italy. So if I do combination of all, I would say In terms of revenue, 70% in US, 20% UK, Europe, and 10% Canada. But profitability
Okay.
ratios are different, obviously.
So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense that your company, manufactures a lot in Pakistan. Obviously, the company started there.
Yeah.
But for anybody, whether somebody's from Pakistan or not, there are certain perhaps products that you might suggest that, hey, you probably should look at Pakistan as opposed to China. Like, I agree with you. Like, hey, maybe stainless steel.
Yeah.
Unless you have your own stainless, like that's probably good just to be in China and plastics and stuff like that. But would you say anything related to textiles is better to start in Pakistan, or only certain kinds of textiles? Or how would you suggest to somebody who's looking to get into a new niche and they're like trying to decide where they're going to source their product?
Depending on the product itself, right? But I mean, home textile, if you're doing any home textile goods, a lot of bigger retailers like Walmart, Target, they're importing from Pakistan their bed sheets, their comforters, their pillows. So the home textile, not in Karachi, but even you go on the other province, Punjab, Faisalabad side, you have a lot of home textile manufacturing units over there. Sports goods are really good. Some of the dental equipments, like FDA approved dental equipments for dentistry and operations and whatnot. We do our cosmetic care products. We have a Utopia care brand. So like scissors, cuticle nippers and whatnot, we do from Pakistan as well. But yeah, any of the home textile good, I think in terms of quality and price competitiveness, Pakistan is very good. Garments, even jeans related products, they are being manufactured in Pakistan, and you will find a very good quality. I think in that region, like Bangladesh, Pakistan, the quality of the cotton is really good. So those product turns sounds really good if they are doing the justice with the manufacturing and the quality control.
One question I ask a lot of lately, my guest is completely non entrepreneur related, but it's important, I think, because I had health issues last year, and as entrepreneurs sometimes we don't know how to balance work and life. So I'm just curious. Number one, what are some of your hobbies that you do when you want to get step away from Utopia? So what's your opposite of Utopia, your personal Utopia? And then also, what are some of your habits, your healthy habits, like whether for mental health or physical health, like gym, you have sports that you do?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So first thing is, I mean, I have been playing cricket. I don't know if you know, there's a sports like baseball, cricket. It's very popular in that region, Pakistan or England as well. So I still play that. That's the one thing I told my wife when we were getting married, that I can't leave cricket behind. So I still play in the summer. In the winter, obviously, I play indoor, and in the summer I play outdoor cricket. Right.
Okay.
Other than that, I like biking and hiking. So in summer with my kids or with my friends, I go for biking and hiking. So that keeps for my mental health and whatnot. I have noticed that it's very working well for me if I sleep early around 10, 11 and wake up around 5:30. So I get
Okay.
my own time, like with family and whatnot. I get few hours in the morning before kids wake up, and then in the night as well, I get a proper healthy sleep. So that's working out very well. So that's what keeps my mind at peace as well, and I think physically healthy as well, doing gym or just running in the
Yeah.
morning. Yeah.
All right, back to the strategies. I'm just curious. You have a lot of experience on Amazon now. Obviously, that the average person who's just starting, or maybe smaller company looking to expand, they can't just use the same strategies that hey, let's take a huge loss for 6 months and let's do this crazy campaign and let's get up to 20,000 units of sales and this. I mean, that's not the average person. But in your experience, like what should the average person, whether they're new or maybe they are like a small 7-figure company, like what do you see as some of the niches or some of the opportunity? Because in my opinion, I'm sure you agree that some people say, oh, it's too late to sell on Amazon. No, it's not too late. There's still plenty of opportunity on Amazon. You guys have your niche, you guys have your process of what you do. But when you're doing your thing, I'm sure you see other things like, oh, if I was just by myself, I probably would have done, I probably would get into this or
Yes.
something like that. What would you think for people out there?
No, you're absolutely. I think still opportunity is there, and it's a huge opportunity on Amazon. all across e-commerce, and especially in e-commerce, Amazon is the giant, right? So opportunity is there for anybody who's starting or a small scale. uh, uh, as compared to 2012 or 2014, it's a lot of more sellers out there. But it's still, if you can find categories or products, uh, I will not recommend to go for a niche product, because obviously you'll have to do more marketing, and you'll have higher risk over there. So products which are everybody's need, every household need, uh, or a product where you see less competition, right? Pick those product. Don't, like, start crawling first, then walking and running, right? So look for the products, and target maybe 10 units a day, then 20 units a day, 15 units a day. Those, make those smaller wins, and then increase your portfolio from there. Target, maybe make your milestones in a way that in first 3 months of selling you want to be on the second page on your keyword search, then 6 months you want to be on the first page organically, right? Because that's will take you for the long haul. Maybe in the first year you can be on the first page organically. That would be a great success over there.
I've visited Pakistan a couple of times and seen firsthand the kind of like enthusiasm about e-commerce. It's crazy. Like I did, like, I don't know, I've probably done 5 or 6 events, and there'd be anywhere between 500 and 1,000 people, at each one. And how do you view the kind of, like, 10 years ago that wasn't the situation. People weren't into e-commerce. So, like, what's going on over there? Like why all of a sudden is there this big boom? Like in the past, maybe people thought about getting help for their Amazon business. All right, maybe Philippines, maybe only India, but like why is Pakistan coming on so strong lately?
There are few success stories there as well. Utopia being one, right? When we started, and we opened our first office in 2015, and we were having very hard time finding people with the e-commerce marketing experience, let alone Amazon, right? So what we did, we looked for the one of the top, a few top business graduates, universities, and hired people from there and trained them, right? So over the course of, I would say, 8-9 years, there were 100 of resources we hired, and they moved out of Utopia. They start, some of them, I know a few of them, Danish being one. They started their own entrepreneurships, training centers as well. They help a lot of sellers as well. They work with other giants, manufacturing giants, or corporate giants who are there to set up those training centers. And at the same time, as I said, Pakistan is a manufacturing, like, one of the bigger strength in Pakistan is home textile and manufacturing. So those giants, they got interested looking into success of Amazon, success of Utopia, and other, like, enablers and whatnot. And they came up with like a big initiatives to expand. And then on the talent side, there has been a lot of good talent. It's just to show them direction, right? What I have seen, when I was kid, everybody was doing like engineering and doctor and whatnot. But now, for the last 4 or 5 years, it's like there's a boom of e-commerce. People know, and especially with the COVID push, everybody is going towards e-commerce or online sellings, or social media, right? So on the talent side as well, people are very motivated and interested learning e-commerce, and the good talent is working over there. And on the training side, or on the university sides as well, people are taking initiatives and training those guys in the right direction as well.
All right. Something we do on the shows, last we call it either the 60-second tip or 30-second tip. You've been giving us different strategies and stuff, but you have something you can say that's kind of quick hitting, maybe 30 or 60 seconds, strategy, Amazon or non-Amazon, whatever. Maybe it's your own biryani recipe you want to give in 60 seconds. Let us know what can you tell us here.
I'll just say what I say my team, whatever you guys do, just keep trying. If you're launching a product or working as a virtual assistant in the beginning, whatever field you're working, try to be the champion of that field. Go for the excellence, right? And then, or be the magnet, and the other success and money will come towards you. So whether it's been your marketing strategy, or you're making a biryani, go for the excellence of that particular task, and then things will come to you eventually. And then be persistent and keep trying.
Well, Farhan, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on all your success. We usually try and invite guests back, maybe once per year, and who knows, maybe by by the next time you're on here, you'll be our first ever 10-figure seller coming on here. All right. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later.
Anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Skyrock cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, tuần theo link thêm, chương trình Scout, logistics và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.